He was wanted for 3 women disappearing. After they kept him when they were walking out the door, he literally looks back at me and in the most chilling voice ever, he stares straight into my eyes and he was like, "You were next."
That AP on my hand, see Terrell the go up fan. All these pussies got no motion.
Well, then I started Googling Daniel's name and, well, his picture popped up that he was wanted in multiple states. Okay, what was Daniel wanted for? Oh, yeah. He was wanted for 3 women disappearing. After they kept him when they were walking out the door, he literally looks back at me and in the most chilling voice ever, he stares straight into my eyes and he was like, "You were next."
And you better take him serious. That's why I say all the time, do your background checks. To you females out there, shit ain't sweet like lemonade. You know what I'm saying? You thinking shit all cool when it ain't. That man will sit up here and kill you. You will be his next victim. He wasn't playing when he said that shit, man. Did you think it was like cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs or some shit? Like, did you think it was funny games? Like, my nigga.
Now, I don't know what in the Jeffrey Dahmer is going on out here, but ladies, please be careful. I mainly wanted to do this video to bring awareness to situations just like this because these things happen way more than we think. Plenty of times women meet men off these dating sites, don't know him from a can of paint, but he looks attractive.
Tell you done fucked up.
And next thing you know, they end up missing. And sometimes the red flags are even there, but the woman just be so happy to be around an attractive man, or her feelings are so tied up that it's making her go against her better judgment. Next thing you know, she ends up disappearing. Now this story right here highlights all of those above except for the fact of her disappearing. She ignored the signs she got, pursued a man that was wanted because 2 women before her went missing, and when it was all said and done, he told her that she was going to be next. Crazy. So like I said, ladies, hopefully
It ain't crazy, it's reality. It's the truth. He was dead ass. That's why I make these videos, to spread awareness to y'all females out there. Once again, bro, do your background checks. You thinking shit sweet, funny games and shit, until you see the real him. You see the real him and ain't no motherfucking escaping because it's too late. Don't let it get to the point to where you a victim and shit. You dead and gone, I'm telling you.
just bring awareness, and y'all be on point more because it's a lot of creeps out there, and sometimes it's not always a happy ending like this one was here. Now shout out to Moody T. I'll leave her TikTok pinned in the comments in case you want more stories just like this. But in the meantime, make sure you hit that thumbs up button so we can get this video into the algorithm. And if you not subscribed to the platform already, make sure you do so now. Let's get into it.
Story time on how I was dating this guy who I thought was a cheater, but he ended up being a whole lot worse. Dating this guy, let's call him Tyler, for like 7 months. Wasn't big on social media. He said it was toxic and was super weird about me posting pictures of him and stuff like that, and I'd be like, okay, whatever. I thought it was weird, but I didn't want to like disrespect him, so I just didn't post him.
Alright, now when it comes to that, right, because I see a lot of times the ladies say, oh, if you don't let me post you, you're up to no good. Of course you got another girlfriend on the side, but it don't always be that, right? It could be one of two things. He's out there hustling, he really don't like social media because it brings too much police attention, or he could just be wanted, right? And you have another case where maybe he do have a girl on the side or something like that, but it's not always that, right? But in this case, let's see what she's talking about.
And when I would talk to my friends about it, they'd be like, oh, he totally has a girlfriend, or like he was seeing someone else or something. Another weird thing that I just thought of, he literally never invited me over to his house. Like, he always came over to my house, and I'd always be like, oh, I could come hang out at your place, and he'd be like, no, tonight's not a good night. I just had weird suspicions, but...
Now, at first, when I...
Weird suspicion, ma'am. See, and that's where y'all be fucking up right there. Talking about the weird suspicion. No, my nigga, like, this ain't no beating around the bush, nigga. Like, This is that. This is that. No suspicion, none of that shit, bro. Because it's right in front of your face. You just too blind and shit. Man, they don't, I'm telling you, bro.
I heard that. I just automatically thought he lived with mom dudes. You know, a lot of times these guys, let me tell you, ladies, I could tell you probably 70% of these guys you see on social media throwing money in the club with the designer clothes, the car, the whole 9 yards, right? 10,000 followers. 9 times out of 10, 70% of them is still living at home with their mother. or a girl. I'm telling you.
I'm not ashamed to say it. I still live with my motherfucking mama. I don't give a fuck. I'm getting myself together to get my own shit, but I'm living with my mama right now. But the difference is that you motherfuckers be 40 or 50. That's the difference. You motherfuckers be 30. Y'all ain't got nothing going on for yourself. Y'all just want to sit around, lay around all day. You know what I'm saying? And not get a job and shit. That's the difference. Motherfuckers don't want money, bro. You know what I'm saying? Sit around all day eating Cheeto puffs and bro.
9 times out of 10, majority of them still live at home with their mother. And they be scared to have people come around. So, yeah, let's see.
I let them roll off my back because I don't really care. Over time, I started noticing weird things about him. Like, he always paid in cash. His phone was always on airplane mode. His family lived out of town and never visited him. And he barely really spoke of them, but it was just like super weird. After a while, I was like convinced this man was cheating on me, but I really liked him. So like, I didn't want to be like break up with him.
You being slow and dumb.
Based off of like an assumption. So I kind of did some snooping.
But wow. See that right there? She's getting all the red flags she needs.
That's what I'm saying.
And all in all, she still say, you know what, I don't care. Yes, he keeps his phone on airplane mode. Yes, he has family, but for some reason he never talk about them and they never visit him. Mind you, she was with him for 7 months. You mean to tell me not a sister, a cousin, not a mother, not a nobody keeping contact with this man at all? Something ain't right. You don't even want to listen. If he don't even want to talk to his mother, how does that say he's going to treat you? Like, how would you feel if a man treat his mother bad? Of course, he can't treat you any other way. But these are the red flags she ignored, and let's see what she said.
After he went to sleep one night, I just looked around in his pockets and stuff, and I had a second phone in his jacket. Surprise, surprise, of course, there are so many girls in his phone, but that's not the worst part. I didn't want to confront him on it right away because this is his second phone that he just randomly has that I didn't know about. So I was like,
you ain't want to confront him because you ain't want him beating on you. That's what it is. I'm telling y'all what it be. Because you know how he gonna react. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling you, listen to your boy. Nigga, y'all better stop playing games, bro. Stop thinking this shit funny, because it ain't. Your life on the line, bro. I'm going to keep saying that shit to you females out there. Do your background checks, bro. You know what I'm saying? Start doing your research on these motherfuckers, bro. Looks could be very deceiving. Listen to your boy.
I'm gonna do a little bit of a deep dive on this man. Let's see what this man's is all about. I googled his phone number because I was like, let's just see what pops up on him. And it was kind of weird. A name Daniel something popped up, and I was like, who the fuck is Daniel? Well, then I started googling Daniel's name, and his picture popped up that he was wanted in multiple states. Okay, what was Daniel wanted for? Oh yeah, he was wanted for 3 women disappearing. And
my bad. I told y'all 2 women. The man was wanted for 3 women. 3 women disappearing. Who knows? She might be the 4th one. Let's see.
Literally had the chills. I was freaking out. Who am I dating? And mind you, the 3 girls that were
a killer. That's who you dating. A crazy man. A motherfucker that don't love you, and you don't see that shit. That's who you dating. I'm keeping it million with you. Listen to your boy. Talking about some who am I dating? ma'am, you're dating a motherfucker who's crazy, bro. You dating a motherfucker that will sit up here and off you and won't give a fuck. Will sleep good at night, bruh. He just sat up there and did this to 3 women, bruh. What makes you think he won't sit up there and do it to you? What makes you think he sat up there and changed, bruh? Come on, G. And it be right in front of y'all face. Y'all just don't be picking up on
it. Missing looked literally exactly like me, like we're twins.
You know, they say that's a lot, right? With these serial unalivers, a lot of their targets all look the same. Like, it's like they got a type. If y'all remember Jeffrey Dahmer, his reason for only going into African American neighborhoods and targeting African Americans is because he says that police didn't care about them. So it was easier for him to get away with what he was doing because the police wouldn't care, which is crazy. But he always had a type. And when you pay attention to the psychological aspect of these serial unalivers, they all seem to have a pattern of the same thing.
Exactly.
They all go for the same people that kind of look the same. I don't know what it is about it. Maybe it's a vengeance. Maybe when they was young, a girl that looked like that broke his heart. Who knows? But yeah.
So I called the police anonymously, give them my address and all the information that they needed, and just acted super nonchalant in front of my boyfriend because I didn't want to raise any red flags. The next day, they literally came to my house and arrested him right there in my living room. After they kept him, when they were walking out the door, he literally looks back at me, and in the most chilling voice ever, he stares straight into my eyes, and he was like, "You were next." Yeah, that was 2 years ago. And
you hear that?
You're next. Told you. You're next. Meaning that you're going to be the next victim.
Yo, you know how Alright, so let me break this down for y'all because I don't think y'all understand what she just said. She was dating a man for 7 months, right? 7. I guess he must have liked her because he kept her around. I don't know too much serial unalivers that keep their victims around for 7 months, but he must have liked her. But she was at his house, and her curiosity, or should I say the woman intuition, it hit her so much that she went to go snoop. Had she not snooped and found that phone, she could have possibly not be making this video right here. She did the right thing, called the cops, turned them in. What I want to know is, how was he able to escape and just be around freely like it was nothing?
That's what I'm saying.
he didn't seem like he was on the run to me. He seemed like he was living his life. They was going out. He didn't give her too much red flags. You know, usually guys would be trying to, oh, I can't go out. Because, you know, they was going out doing whatever. He was obviously still making money, I'm assuming, in the streets because he had cash. Crazy.
But now he's on trial. Seriously, I thought I was catching a cheater, and nope, I was catching a serial killer. Anyways, moral of the story is just check the phone. You know, you might be catching a cheater, you might be catching a serial killer. You never know.
Alright, so me, I'm not into all that phone stuff. I tell you all the time, if you gotta be with somebody and you feel the need to always gotta check their phone, or you feel a need that you gotta snoop around, have cameras, whatever it is, if you feel you gotta do that, you shouldn't be with that person.
Exactly.
Who wants to live like that? But
because it's like this. If they doing what they doing, if they doing something that they ain't got no business doing, it's gonna come out, it's gonna show. It's gonna show. You know what I'm saying? But when you get to doing too much, like he said, checking the phones and this and that and the third, and you just asking for it. You asking what you looking for, bro. Straight up. Keep it a man with you. But that's the end of this video. Like I said, y'all give me y'all thoughts on this one. And y'all start doing y'all background check. But I love y'all and I'm out.